Mic check one, mic check two. If you are watching this live stream back on the replay, take advantage of the chapters and skip ahead to the start of the show. I'm still setting up and giving people some time to tune in. Ooh, that was tough trying to give that little thing. Give that little opening with my glasses filthy like that. Oh. Guys, I am tired. I don't know what's going on. I'm so tired. Been sleepy and tired. I've been trying to catch up on rest and stay productive. It's getting tougher and tougher, but we gonna push through it. Man, the market is doing what the market does, guys. It's just doing what it does. And a lot of people are calling it crazy. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Yeah, a lot of people calling it crazy. And they only calling it crazy because it ain't working out for them. And I think we should go over that a little bit deeper this weekend when we do our weekly recap live. I got the lights on. We're good. Last time, this little floor light, you can see it in the background, but today we don't see it, so we're good. Yeah, the market's just doing what it does, guys. I'm going to go back through my videos and look for it, but I believe that I mentioned this weeks ago when we were using that little, what's it called? The sector performance tracker. I was saying that I believe that money is being moved out of information technology. That's what's happening. But other people was calling it a pullback. They were calling it a pullback. Now, the problem with a pullback and a decline, like an extended decline that's more than a pullback, they both move in the same direction at the beginning. They look the same when they first start. But it was a reason why I was calling it a sector rotation or rotation, money coming out of information technology, because of something else we were seeing in the data. And now it's coming back to bite people even worse, because since they thought it was a pullback, that would be an opportunity for some people who believe that to buy the dip. It wasn't a pullback and it wasn't a dip, it was a decline. So if they bought it when it came down a little bit, it came down even more after they added to the losing position. Crazy. So what I'm about to do, I'm about to share the live stream on Facebook, and then we can get ready to start the show. So let me get this done. Oh, let me get the social stream ninja going. I've been sitting up here running my mouth. Let me get this going. So let's check the volume first. Let me see what we got here. Volume LG. Okay, we're good there. Get the volume level. Good. Yeah, guys, we're good. So we got the social stream going. Let me go ahead and share this stream from my business page to my personal page. And then we can go ahead and get started. My glasses still seem fuzzy and foggy to me. Share. Here we go. We are live. Done. All right, so we got Facebook popping. Got the charts pulled up for what we're covering tonight. Seagate Technologies. Put my phone up in front of me. Shouts out to my brother for being the sponsor for last night's show. And my apologies for not having it lined up perfectly and all of that. So I worked on that today, so that's going to be a lot better. But we're going to go ahead and get ready to start the show. Oh no. Nope. Something's not right, guys. So it's always something. So let's double check this stream deck, because a lot of my stuff is not showing up on here right now. So let me see if it's something I can fix while the live stream is going. STRE stream deck. Yes. And task. Please work. Please work, because this is important for the show. Ooh, when I get my producers, it is on, guys. It is on. So this will be somebody else's issue to fix for me. So, once I get my production team, hey, man, y'all take care of that. But until then, oh, this problem's all mine. It's all mine. Okay, please let this reset this. Please. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. This is the wrong control. So that's actually a good thing. Once I get the Stream Deck loaded back up, this will be an easy fix. Got it. That's what it was, guys. We was on the wrong stream. All right, we're good. We're here. We're here. We're live. We got it. We can get it going. Stream Deck, everything. Yep. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to Market Recap Live. I'm your host, Joseph Martin, and thank God it's Tuesday, guys. It is Tuesday. And tonight, we are taking a look at ticker STX. You might know them better as Seagate. Seagate Technology Holdings, PLC, was founded in 1978 by Al Shugart and Finis Connor, with the first office opening in Scotts Valley, California. Now they're publicly traded on the NASDAQ and have a market value over 100 billion. Yes, that's billion dollars. Seagate is in the technology, hardware, storage, and peripherals industry in the information technology sector, and they are listed in the S&P 500 index. Some of Seagate's competitors are Western Digital Corporation, ticker WDC, Micron Technology Incorporated, ticker MU, and Sandisk Corporation, SNDK. We're going to review Seagate's earnings, their website, and pull up the charts to perform a quick technical analysis. But before we do that, let's do our roll call and check our stream poll. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Let's get this chat going and tell us where you're tuning in from. Put a YT in the chat if you're tuning in from YouTube, FB for Facebook, and an X for X. While you guys are filling up the stream and the chat, here's the mission statement. We are building a community over here for people who want to take control of their financial situation by learning how to unlock the wealth building power of the stock market. And we are streaming Monday through Friday following trading sessions at 11 p.m. Eastern time. The U.S. stock market regular trading hours are 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. And there's a link for the New York Stock Exchange calendar down in the description. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get to these earnings, guys. So here we go. Bam, 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 bam. We good. All right, let's get started. Seagate Technology Holdings, PLC, ticker symbol STX, the $169.1 billion company reported its fourth quarter fiscal year 2026 earnings on Tuesday, July 28th. They have a 52-week high of $1,145, which took place on June 18th, and a 52-week low of $138.30 that occurred on July 30th last year, which is a trading range of $1,006.70, and they closed today at $747.30. Seagate Technology earnings report beat on the top line, reporting revenue of $3.6 billion, which was higher than the market expectations of $3.5 billion, and they beat on the bottom line as strong cloud data center demand and disciplined execution drove record profitability. EPS was higher than the analyst and market expectations of $5.09 when they reported an adjusted EPS of $5.71. Seagate Technology Seagate Technology reported a GAAP net income of $1.3 billion, which is higher than the $488 million net income they reported this same quarter last year. This represents an increase of 145.9%. So for the fourth fiscal quarter of 2025, their net profit was approximately 59.3% lower than it is compared to now a year later. The earnings were released after the market closed, followed by a 5 p.m. Eastern Time conference call. As far as guidance, management expects durable long-term demand for mass capacity storage driven by AI momentum. That 52-week low compared to today's closing of $747.30 represents an increase of 440.35%. Let me say that one more time. Need that to be a little bit smoother. That 52-week low compared to today's closing of $747.30 represents an increase of 440.35% in just under a year. So if someone invested $1,000 in July of last year at that 52-week low of $138.30, they would be seeing a gain of $4,403.50. Woo! We did that. All right, now let's move on. Let's go here. Bam. There we go. There we go. Now let's talk about it. Researching a company. Let's talk about why we visit these company websites. We're looking at the visuals and text to find answers to these key questions. What goods and or services does the company sell? How important are those goods and services to their customers? What makes this company stand out from the competition, and how well do they take care of their employees? Where we look, we search for those answers in 4 main areas: the homepage for the goods and or services, about us for purpose, vision, values, and mission statements, careers for employee benefits and opportunities, and investor relations for stock quotes, charts, and financial reports. And for your convenience, all companies featured in tonight's live stream are down in the description. All right, now let's go to Seagate's website. Let's get this. Bam. Yeah. All right, I don't know if we're zoomed in, guys, so let's fix that first. There we go. That's 150. Wish I had did that for the earnings, because we should have had that zoomed in a little bit. Matter of fact, guys, I need this for when I do the short, so I'm just going to put this in the visuals real quick. Let me put this in the visuals real quick. I need that in the visual. Matter of fact, nope, that's not how we do it. We need to minimize this for 1 second. Stretch this out, line it up, and then we'll blow it back up and we'll get to the website. I need this for when I do my earnings shorts. All right, that's good. That'll work. That'll work for the video. Oh, it's actually moving as planned. Yeah, that's gonna look real nice for the short. One more move, and then I'll just loop it. I can loop it for the live stream later. I mean, for the short later. All right, that's it. Let's go ahead and go through this website. Here we go. Bam. We're good. We're good. All right, so let's browse over the top to see where we're gonna go. Right here at the top, we see our story. Let's see. So we got investors. We're gonna go there. I believe this is the employee, the customer. I mean, oh, what's this? I can't even think of the word right now. It's not culture. Careers. That's what it is. It's usually under careers, but they have it join our Seagate team. So I believe they have the careers broken down in these different sections. And then our story is probably going to be about, yep. Let's browse through the home page and see what we can find at the bottom before we go through that. All right, let's go. Data storage is moving. Wait a minute. Data storage solutions scale AI inference with hybrid storage. Mosaic technology, one touch, zero fuss. On the go connectivity, off the wall innovation. Got it. Featured products, explore all products. Storage at scale runs on Seagate. Got it. Data creation, data workflow, storage infrastructure, data storage solutions. Our latest resources: data architecture, case study, report. At Seagate, we're driven, building a more sustainable, inclusive, and ethical data sphere together. Learn more. All right, we're down at the bottom of the website. Yeah, they're not. Okay, there it is, guys. So now they say careers down here at the bottom. So we're definitely going to go to careers, investors, and about Seagate. We're going to have to go through. We're going to go to our story. Maybe we can find the purpose, vision, values, and mission statement on there. If not, it might be under the other 2 places we're going to look. So let's go ahead and start with our story and see what we can find out about Seagate. Our story. storing infinite potential. Watch video. Remember, links to this website and the featured companies are down in the description for your convenience, guys. Every breakthrough begins with data. Every AI model, scientific discovery, business decision, and human connection depends on it. That's where Seagate comes in. We believe data is one of humanity's most powerful resources, more than just a hard drive, tiny marvels with big impact. Storage is the backbone of trustworthy AI, our values. Okay, here we go. We found values. Integrity, innovation, inclusion. Got it. We're committed to sustainable technology. Got it. Creating a better tomorrow together, connecting the world. Our leaders. So here's some of the leadership team right there, or the leadership team. Then they have the board here. That's weird. They don't have 8 pictures. Every bite holds potential. Every breakthrough starts here. Got it. All right. So we went to our story. Yeah, guys, let's go to careers. Then they have cultures and okay. So you got culture. Let's go to culture. Creating an inclusive culture aligned with our values. Message from CEO Dave Mosley. Integrity, innovation, and inclusion. Our history of inclusion. All right, that's a lot of different stuff. I'm not gonna read all that. Employee resource groups. Our employee resource groups, ERGs, open to all employees, foster inclusion through development opportunities and resources. We drive innovation. Got it. My itch. Hold on a second, guys. Woo. Awards and recognition. All right, we got it. So we went through culture. Let's go to career. See what we can find out about these benefits. Woo, that's a lot of different stuff up there. So we see Seagate culture, university program, hiring process. I like when companies do that. Prepare the candidate for the hiring process to increase their chances of securing employment. I like that. So they have why Seagate. Let's browse over this and see what we can find. Open up your world. Explore a career at Seagate. Exceptional people. Seagate is a global leader in data storage solutions for a reason. People, creative, collaborative, passionate. That's the kind of employees we hire. Sounds like you? Check out our career opportunities. Got it. Life at Seagate. This is zone. No, they didn't zoom us out. It just looks small. Benefits. Yes, guys. We got it. Here we go. Employee stock purchase program. Okay. Learn and develop cutting edge technologies, health and wellness, paid vacation time, and retirement. Are these hyperlinks? No. All right, guys, that's really vague, but that's what they're sharing with you about the benefits on the website. Seagate has a lot of activities that support, slow down. Seagate has a lot of activities that support work-life balance, whether it's joining CSR activities, a badminton game, or using the fitness center. Got it. Growth and development. All righty, so we went through that. We went through culture, careers, our story. Are we ready to go to investors? Because we found the vague benefits. Here we go. We on investor relations. Blow this up. Let's zoom in. We'll be on the chart soon. We'll be on the charts in a bit. So here's some stock information. I don't know if that's a hyperlink. It doesn't look like it. All right here, guys, stock information. I believe that's where we're going to have to go, or where we're going to go. So let's just scroll over this page and then we'll go ahead and go there. Recent news, Seagate Investor and Analyst Event 2025. Seagate Investor, and we already read that. Okay. All right. So let's go to stock information. Can you see that? Yes. Stock data. It looks like the company pays a dividend as well, but we'll double check that on the charts. So here's the stock quote for Seagate. And here's the stock chart they offer on the website and other tools for investors on their website. All right, let's go to what I found, or what I have in my research about the company. So here we go. We'll go here. Got it. Clients and partners. Okay, Seagate Technology does have clients and partners that are listed in the S&P 500. Some notable names include Microsoft Corporation, ticker MSFT, Dell Technologies Incorporated, ticker DELL, and Amazon.com Incorporated, ticker AMZN. All right, now let's talk about the mobile limitations. Before we look at the charts, remember, professionals trade from a computer, not a mobile device. Mobile trading apps are limited and don't have all the features that are available on full trading platforms. Now, let's look at Seagate Technology on the charts. Got it, guys. Here we go. So we go here. That's the charts. Take that down, put Seagate back up, and then we got that. Okay. All right. We're good. Now, guys, what we're looking at a 1 year daily chart for Seagate. So let's break that down. Here we go. Seagate 1 year daily chart. Here's their 52-week low of $138.30. Here's their 52-week high of $1,145 even. Okay. Now let's go to a higher time frame. Oh, guys, that's crazy. All right. So we're looking at a 10-year weekly chart. So these are going to be weekly candles. And this is 10 years because 2016 is buried back here on the chart behind all of these events. All right, icons. So here's their 10-year low of $30.09, and here's their 10-year high of $1,145, which is also our 52-week high. So I'm going to remove that. We don't need that. Okay, now let me put me back on the screen. On the higher time frame, guys, there isn't any historical price data in the most recent 10 years of this company to use for the technicals, as we can see. So we're just going to focus on getting our technicals on the lower time frame, which is the 1 year daily chart. So let's go ahead and go there. But I am going to give you this while we're here, which is just crazy. So the 9 week simple moving average is at $873.98. And the 200-week simple moving average is at $180.52. So if I start doing that on a higher time frame, we don't have to move backwards. So we got that. Now, let's go over here. And here's our 9-day simple moving average, since we're looking at day candles now. And here's our 200-day simple moving average coming in at $509.24. Okay, now let's get these technicals knocked out. So what I'm going to do first, we're going to zoom in. It's a few things that I'm seeing that's standing out to me immediately. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing, I believe there was a gap. We're going to see. Yeah, it's a very small gap, but we have a gap here. So let's extend this over to December 1st. Just want to highlight the fact that there was no price action in that area during regular trading hours. We just want to make sure that we can see that. And since the price is below it, I'm going to put it on the top. So let's put the price level on the top of that gap. So that's $781.17. This is so small. I want to make it where we'll be able to read it. Actually, no. Let me do this a different way. Remove drawing. I'm going to put it on the lower end of that price level. I'm gonna put it on the lower end of the gap. That's what I'm doing. All right, now I'm looking for other gaps before we look for other levels, and I'm seeing right over here we had a gap. So let's fill that in. Take me off the screen so you can see it. So right here we have a gap between, that is April 28th to April 29th. So we have that edit properties identified as a gap. So, you know, we use yellow, extend this over to December 1st. So we have that December 1st, bam, hit okay, get our price levels. So we have the lower end of the gap and we have the top of the gap. There we go. So the bottom of the gap is at $592.84. The top of the gap is at $632 even. Now, when we look at this, it looks like both of these pretty much came. Oh, yeah, guys. Oh, yeah. So let me show you what I'm seeing right here on this price level. If we use the high of this candle, so that's going to be April 29th, the same candle's high as the candle that formed that gap, actually. We can see that we have 3 candles that came down and tested that price level. Okay, so that's that $697, and that's also close to a psychological round number. And if you've been following along, then you know that that psychological round number is going to be 700. So that $697 is close to $700. Now, what else I'm looking at is this price level happens to be, it looks like it's at the midpoint of that body on that candle as well. So the larger the candle, the more likely the midpoint of a candle is going to be support and resistance as well. So I'm paying attention that happens to be in the middle of that body as well when we look at that $697 price level. Okay, what else am I seeing here? We had a gap right here between these two candles. So that was July 20th and July 21st. Then you had a gap here. You had a gap between July 8th and July 10th. July 9th, July 8th and July 9th, you had a gap here. It's a few gaps. That's what I'm seeing. So we'll be marking the chart up forever with every gap that we're seeing, because I'm seeing a few of them. There's a gap between these two candles, these two candles. It's a small gap up here. So I'm going to do the most recent ones that I see. Okay, so we got the trend coming down. I'm going to say right here, I'm seeing that as resistance because I'm seeing a few candles respond to that price level. Seeing wicks opens and let me just put it there. So there's a price level I'm seeing as resistance. And look, that's real close to another psychological round number. So that's real close to 900, guys. So that's what I'm seeing as resistance. So if the price action is right here, I want to make sure I at least have 3 of them. So we have the 9-day simple movement average. That's going to be 1. Then we have $777.10. That's 2. I'm not doing them in order. And then we have $899.95. So that's 3 areas of resistance. Then there's a big gap up here, guys. So even though, let me put them here so you can just see them. You have a gap here. You have a gap here. I'm not going to extend them all the way over. I'm just going to put them on there and make them yellow so you can see where they are. Okay, let's just make them yellow because I want to move a little faster. I just want you to see where they are. Where is it? Edit properties, yellow. Edit properties, yellow, 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 yellow. Edit properties, yellow. Yeah, because this one has a lot of them. So if we be all night, I just want you to see where I'm seeing them at. Now, the idea is previous gaps can become resistance. So this one is going to be more recent than these two, but these are close to one another. So I'll expand this one to keep an eye on it. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. But I just want to be clear about the other ones and where they were. So let's do that. And then since the price is below it, I'll use the bottom of that gap. So that's $831.64. Got that. Now we got to look for some supports. Guys, we have enough supports. We have the $700 at 697, the psychological level of $700, and then we have $632, and then we have the 592.84, and then we have the 200-day simple movement average at 509. So we're good. We got it. All right, now let's go ahead and get the stock quote for Seagate, and then we can talk about the volume. So go to settings, click on my floating data box, mouse over today's candle, and let's talk about it. So the Seagate, I was about to say the SPY. Seagate Technology Holdings opened today at $774.81. They had a high of $777.10. They had a low of $698.99, and they closed today at $747.30, which was a trading range of $78.11. Now, when we look at the volume, guys, they traded 8.9 million shares of this stock today. Is that a big deal? Is it a little deal? We're about to find out right now. So let's cut off the floating data box. Take me off the screen and let's talk about the average trading volume in a daily trading session for Seagate. Guys, they regularly trade 4.2 million shares in a daily trading session. And today they almost did 9 million. So they did more than double, slightly above double what they normally do in a daily trading session. And then when we look at Monday's volume, they traded 4.6 million shares yesterday. So that's going to be this candle right here. That's yesterday's candle. So we did see an increase in volume coming from Monday to Tuesday, and today was double compared to what they normally do on average. And the earnings were announced after the market closed. Let me double check this. I believe they did. Yeah, it was announced after the market closed. So tomorrow we should see an increase in volume because people are going to be responding to the earnings that were announced today. And I want to show you something before we move on. We didn't cover all of the volume. So let's cover all of the volume and then we can move on. Come on, what is this? What is this? All right, so let's finish the volume. So the volume percentile, guys, today's volume came in at 95.6%, which means out of the most recent 252 trading days volumes, today's volume was higher than 95.6% of those trading days volumes. To be exact, only 11 of those 252 trading days had higher volume than today. So DA is days, means days above. So we got that. Now here's what I want to point out to you. Since the earnings were announced after the market closed today, there has been some activity in the extended trading hours. So let me show you how we can go to that real quick before we move on. We go over here to a 5-day minute chart. Let me show you. It's right up here. 5-day 1-minute chart for Seagate. And we can see this gray area is the extended hours. If you don't see that on your chart, you're going to have to go into the settings, go to equities, and this box right here that says show extended hours trading session has to be checked. If it's not checked, then your chart is probably going to look like that. You won't have the extended hours. So let me cut that back on and then we can look at it. Equities, selected, apply. Okay. So we can see it spiked in after hours. Came up to about $830.08 in extended hours after closing at $747.30 in regular trading hours, and now it's trading around $765 right now. Okay, so we see that. Got it. Let's go back here and let's move on. Let's talk about the community support, guys. Let's go here. Let's go there. Take that down. Go here. Good. All right. Community support. Back to the community. I would appreciate it very much if you guys share the stream, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you wish to send a monetary gift to support the content, Cash App and PayPal links are down in the description as well as on the ticker on the screen. And it takes $10 to become the first sponsor of tonight's show. There we go, guys. All right, now let's talk about the S&P 500 index. Let's look at what the S&P 500 index did today by using the SPY ETF. This ETF gives investors an opportunity to participate in the broader U.S. market by allowing them to own a percentage of each company in the S&P 500 index, guys. So let's go back to the charts. So bam, bam, bam. We leave that, we take that down, and we pull up the SPY. Yeah. All right, we're good. Let's take these off the screen. Now let's go up to our symbol box. There we go. We're going to type in SPY, SPY. There we go. Take me off the screen. So we are looking at a 1-year daily chart on the SPY. SPY has a 52-week low of $619.29 and a 52-week high of $760.40. All right, guys. Now let's take that off and let's zoom in. Put me back on the screen. Let's zoom in. And guys, it's still trading in what I told you I was seeing. So I'm gonna keep it brief. I'm gonna keep it brief. I'm not gonna go as far as I went yesterday with it. But my point is, guys, I don't look at this as a flag, even though I've seen a few people look at it that way. I'm seeing the trend is sideways right now because the majority of the bodies of these recent daily candles fit within that box, and that box is that level right there. So the price has been trading between $749.88 and $737.05. The midpoint of that zone is $744.44. And also, as we've been talking about psychological price levels, the top of that range that has been trading between is close to $750, which is another psychological number. Okay. So that's where the price has been most of the time. And how long is that? That's been like from here to here is a month. So about 2.5 months, almost 3 months. It's been trading within that range. And on the weekly recap live, when we cover it, guys, I'm going to go back through some of my weekly recap lives to find the video when I first started talking about when semiconductors and the storage companies inside of the information technology sector started to come down. I heard other people calling it a pullback, but I was saying it was sector rotation over a month ago, I believe, or just about a month ago. Now they're starting to say it's sector rotation, but this is something we want to identify early. We don't want to find this out after companies in information technology then lost 30, 40, 50%. And now we're like, oh, it's not a pullback. It's sector rotation. That's something we trying to figure out before we lose money or miss the opportunity to make money. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna find that video and we'll go deeper into what I was looking at that made me think or gave me the data to where I was like, listen, I believe this is rotation. I don't believe this is a normal pullback. So I'm gonna find that video and we'll discuss that on the weekly recap live this Sunday coming up. Okay. So let's get the stock quote for the SPY after I tell you what the SMAs are right now. The simple moving averages on the daily chart. So let me get those for you. So the 9-day simple moving average for the SPY is at $743.21. And the 200-day simple moving average for the SPY is at $699.23, guys. 200 and the 9. There we go. All right, so we got those. Let's erase some of that. And let's go ahead and get the stock quote for the SPY. So go up here to the settings, click on my floating data box, apply, and then let's talk about it. Before we talk about the volume, okay? That box is in the way. I'm gonna take all of it off. Forget it. So let's just go here. So the SPY opened today at $739.19. They had a high of $742.79. They had a low of $735.98, and they closed today at $740.86, which was a trading range of $6.81. Now, the trading volume, well, that's a little promising. So the trading volume, guys, they traded 47 million shares of the SPY ETF today. Okay. So is that a big deal? Is it a little deal? We about to find out. So let's go up here to the settings, cut off the floating data box, and then take me off the screen. And let's finish talking about the volume. So the average trading volume for the SPY in a daily trading session is 71.9 million shares. Today, they traded 47.3 million. Now, why I said that was promising? Because today's candle is right here. We have a smaller body than yesterday. So that's Monday's candle. But here's the thing. Even though this candle has a wider range and a bigger body, it was less shares of this ETF traded on Monday than it is today. So now we're starting to see an increase in volume with the SPY in the daily trading session. So even though both of these trading days are below average, we're seeing an increase from Monday to today. Okay, so we got that. Let's talk about the volume percentile. Put me back on the screen. Now, out of the most recent 252 trading days, guys, today's volume on this green candle was higher than 16.3% of those most recent 252 trading days volumes. To be specific, only 41 of those days had lower volume than today. Okay, so that's what we have there. Now we can move on. We can move on. Let's go here and let's see where we're going. Take the SPY down, go there, back to sir. Okay, sector performance tracker. Time to follow the money. Let's look at each sector inside the S&P 500 index to see how they performed today. All right, we're gonna pull back up the charts in a minute. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and pull them up. Here we go. Y'all can see the chart and look at that. I'll put the right ticker up now. I want to pull up my notes. That's what I was gonna have you wait for, but I'll go ahead and do that now. Take that off, go here. I already have them pulled up. I know it went blank. Give me a second. I got it. So that's my notes. Gonna bring that over. I'll bring that over when it's time. But I got it. I see where it is. I see where it is. So what we're gonna do, let's go up here and change this to the sector performance tracker. Woo, that's definitely busy, guys. But that's what we need. That's what we're looking for right there. All right, so 1 day So we're looking at the percentage change of all the sectors and the SPY in the market today. So let's go ahead and break it down. So the SPY is up 0.2%. Energy is down 1.4%. Materials is up 1.9%. Industrials is down 0.4%. Consumer discretionary is up 1.5%. Consumer staples is up 2%. Healthcare is up 2.4%. Financials is up 1.3%. Technology is down 1.8%. Communication services is up 1.9%. Utilities is down 0.4%. And real estate is up 0.6%. Okay, now let's break this down and get a little bit more specific. So I'm gonna open up my watch list. It is in ascending order. So we can see the 3 top gainers right here at the top. Let me bring my notes over and then we can start looking at what's been happening this week. Like what's been going on this week? How has it started playing out? How things are going? So show tabs only, overheated, shut it down. Oh, guys, I can't believe it. I forgot to cut my fan on. Give me a second. I forgot to cut the fan on my camera on. Oh, give me a second. I'm here. Let me cut my backup camera on. Give me 1 second. Cut this camera off so we can cool. Man, that sucks. And I accidentally pushed the button on that camera. I hope I didn't mess nothing up. Give me a second, guys. Of course, the backup camera wouldn't be lined up correctly. So give me a second to fix this, because this is going to take a second. So since that's the backup, where am I at? Give me a second, guys. Bear with me, please. Let me get this fixed. So let's go to, how can I fix this? Prompter mask, that's locked, Canon, main. So if okay, I see it. So what I do here, take transform, copy transform, open this, go here, paste transform, paste transform. That didn't work. Oh, come on now. Main mask, I open that, go here, transform, copy transform, go here, transform, paste transform. Did not work. What's another way for me to be able to do this? Prompter. Hold on a second, guys. I believe I'm gonna have to go to overlays to do that. No, that's monitor cam backup. That's it. Oh, I can't believe I didn't cut that fan on. Some type of way I was gonna mess up tonight. Just didn't know how. Edit transform. All right, now I check this one. So we got 19.24 and then 1080.250. 19.24. Let me try to get this number one more time. 19.24 and 1080.250. That was it, guys. Oh man, boy, I tell you. I told you once I get this production team, boy, we on it, popping. Oh, I'm so sick of it. Here we go. All right, so we got the notes pulled up. What we focused on right now are the top 3 gainers and the top 3 losers for today. Let me make sure my cursor is on because I don't even see it now. Cursor. All right, we got the cursor. So we have it in order over here if you want to see the second decimal. So healthcare is the number 1 gainer. So I have it right here in the notes. So healthcare, XLV, to be specific, they're up 2.36%. Coming in at number 2 is XLP, consumer staples. XLP consumer staples, they're up 1.99%. Communication services is number 3, XLC, the third largest gainer today, and they're up 1.87%. So that's what I have over here. Now, if we put it in descending order, why did it take? Oh, I know why they took it down. Let me put that back. I have to put that always on top. There we go. So we can see the biggest loser for today was information technology, XLK, down 3.21%. Energy was the number 2 loser today, coming in at, or being down 1.35%. And then industrials, XLI, is down 0.39%. Okay, so now that we have that, we got the camera going. I'm looking at the wrong one, that make me look blind. Looking right here at this camera we're using now. We got that down. Now we're going to look and try to get an early indication on where the money is going early in the week. So now we have Monday and Tuesday. So now we can start going through this tool to see what's happening so far on the high end and the low end of the 11 sectors. All right, so let's go to both, and then we're going to start going through these sectors one at a time. So let's start with communication services. All right, so communication services are our number 3 gainer on Monday and our number 3 gainer today. All right, consumer discretionary is our number 2 gainer on Monday. Consumer staples was our number 1 gainer on Monday and our number 2 gainer today. Energy was our number 1 loser on Monday and our number 2 loser today. Financials, quiet as far as like on the extreme ends of the top 3, bottom 3. Okay, healthcare is our number 1 gainer today. Industrials, number 3 loser today. Information technology, they were our number 3 loser on Monday and our number 1 loser today. It's not looking good. All right, materials, quiet. Real estate, quiet. And now utilities. Utilities was our number 2 loser on Monday. All right, so we look through it, guys. And what I'm keeping an eye on so far based off what we're seeing is communication services. And was it consumer discretionary? Yep. No, staples. Consumer discretionary, consumer staples, and healthcare. Consumer staples, yep. And healthcare. Just gonna keep, well, that's what I'm pointing out on the bullish side of keeping an eye on for this week. So I was looking at the ones that were the gainers. But if somebody was looking for bearish opportunities, then they would look at the losers. Okay, depends on the person's strategy. All right, so we got that. Now we can move on. I'm gonna be reading the prompter, but you know what's going on. So let's move on. Oh, it's time to talk about the gainers and losers. Oh, I don't know what button I need to push for the camera since the other one overheated. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let's go ahead and read this, make it look like I don't know what I'm looking at because I'm reading the prompter over here, but stick with me. Now, let's look at the S&P 500 biggest gainer and loser of the day. But first, we're going to look at the loser so we can end the night on a high note. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to the charts. Here we go. Bam. Put the ticker. We didn't have it up. I don't even remember. So let's do that. We have the sponsor up. We can take that down, at least for now, and then put that there. Take our notes down. Let's take this back to pro market closed. Drop that down. And we're going to go up to the market watch tab. And then we're going to take this, make that zoom out of that. Go to the quotes sub tab, guys, and then make sure we have the S&P 500 watch list pulled up. We do. Then I put this in descending order. Okay, guys, if you're anything like me, then you should be sick of talking about this company by now. So the biggest loser for today, guys, is Sandisk Corporation again. Guys, they've been the biggest loser the last 3 live streams. I'm looking at the wrong camera again. Guys, they've been the biggest loser Friday, yesterday, and today. I'm tired of talking about Sandisk. But I'm going to give you even more stats about how often we done talked about them this month. But let's just get through it. Let's get through it and get to it. So Sandisk lost another whopping percentage today. They lost 14.2%. 0.25% today. The previous close was $1,278.23. They closed today at $1,096.10. And guys, if you still here with me, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. You should be entertained by these technical difficulties and struggling my way through it, at least. So we got that done. Now let's do our hypothetical. Let's pull up the calculator. Bam. What number we gonna use today? Oh, I feel like we've been using the same numbers. Let's say somebody invested $4,500. Let's do 45. So somebody invested $4,500. And if they lost at 14.25%, we negate that, turn it to a decimal. They would have lost $641.25 of their investment or their principal. We add that back to it. What did we say? $4,500. They'd be left with $3,858.75. Got it. Now let's go ahead and move on, clear this out. And let's go ahead and go over here to, after we select it, Sandisk, and go to the Analyze tab. Okay, guys, right here. Sandisk is in the information technology sector. So we're going to check that sector, the industry that Sandisk is in, and the sub-industry that Sandisk is in, and see how that's performing, okay? And I want to share something with you about what I did today. So let's go over here to the Market Watch tab. Then we're going to go to the Visualize sub tab. And now we're going to look for information technology and take me off the screen. So here we are, information technology right here, guys. Bam. Now, Sandisk. Sandisk is in the technology, hardware, storage, and peripherals industry. So we're going to go right here. Here they are over here. Sandisk. So we have a total of, if I'm not mistaken, 9 companies in this industry, and 3 of them are green. And that would leave 7, right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 3 of them are green, and 6 of them are red. So we got Dell, Seagate, Sandisk, Western Digital, Hewlett Packard, and SMCI. All of those are green. We got HPQ, NetApp Incorporated, and Apple. That's the only green out of this industry today. And the sub industry is the same label. I'll show you that over here. So the sub industry, guys, is technology, hardware, storage, and peripherals. So if we go inside of it, you can see that doubled up right here. Okay, so we got that. And I wanted to show you something over here and tell you. So if we back out and we go to information technology, we can see that the semiconductors, guys, took a huge hit today. There's only 2 green companies in here. I think you have NVIDIA that was slightly green today. They went up 0.25%. And then we have Skyworks Solutions. They were up 1.95%. But the majority of every company inside of this industry is red today, guys. This is what got everybody feeling like the whole market is collapsing, because it seems like over the last, I don't know how long. All I know is that people were only talking about AI, information technology, AI, and it was just going higher and higher and higher and higher. And I'm like, that's not good. That's not good, because once it start coming down, it's going to start coming down for real. And that's what's happening now. So if the majority of the retail investors, or what they call dumb money, us, have put the majority of our money in those 2 industries inside this one sector, then those people are going to feel like the whole market is collapsing, because that's where most of their money is concentrated at, if that makes sense. Okay, so we got that. Now, what I wanted to tell you was, I love this tool right here, the Visualize tab, this heat map. And I contacted Charles Schwab today, and I'm going to reach out to them again. And I want them to add a feature. I don't think they have this feature on here right now, where we can switch this to specific time frames. So when we're looking at the percentage changes and things that's going on with these companies inside of this heat map, no matter what you choose, it's going to reflect the most recent trading session. I'm reaching out to them to try to see if they can get their team, whoever does the layouts, their technology team, to add time frames to it. So if we wanted to look at a week change, a month, 3 months, we could adjust it to pull data for a specific amount of time. and it'll be easier to look at this way. Now we can do it using columns, but I want to be able to do it through the heat map. So I'm gonna be reaching out to them to see if they can add this feature. All right. So let's go back to the Analyze tab and let's talk about Sandisk before we go to their website again. Again. I'm gonna go really quick compared to what we usually do. But anyway, here we go. Company profile, Sandisk Corporation. Here's a link to their website. Sandisk Corporation develops, manufactures, and sells data storage devices and solutions using NAND flash technology in the United States, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, Asia, and internationally. Got it. Put me back on the screen. Take this off. Let's go to their website. Website is there. I'm going to try to do this as fast as I can, guys, because we just seen this so many times. I'm sick of it. All right. So Tiny Drive, award-winning impact, ready to succeed this school year. Yep. Storage devices. Yep. Future ready PCI. Yep, got it. Storage. Got it. All right, now when we go down here, take me off the screen. We have them up. Yep. All right. So we're going to go to About Us. We're going to go to Careers, and we're going to go to Investors. Let's go to About Us. Put me back on the screen. Let's keep it rolling. All right. About Us. At Sandisk, we keep people and businesses moving forward with inspired innovations to actualize their potential. Who we are, our vast portfolio of flash products enables a seamless and simplified world of resilient data expression and storage. Our principles: innovation, sustainability, collaboration, and community. Responsible leadership, innovation, propel progress. New era of NAND, the AI data cycle. Sustainability, invest in tomorrow. Powering people starts with protecting the planet. Got it. Here's some other stats about the company or information through here. Collaboration, community, build better together. We create belonging with everything we do. So blog, people, Team Sandisk, responsible leadership, guide the way. Here are executive leaders in the company. Here are board of directors. And we're at the bottom of the page. Now I'm going to take me off the screen so you can see where we're going. Also, guys, remember that links to this website are down in the description for your convenience if I'm moving too fast. But I told you I'm sick of this website because we keep looking at it. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to slow it down, you can watch another live stream when I'm moving a little slower, or you can go ahead and go to the website yourself. Okay. So now let's go to Careers. And now that we're at Careers, guys, we're looking for the benefits. Put me back on the screen. Join Team Sandisk. Inspire and innovate one pixel at a time. So here we go. Meet Sandisk, students and grads, benefits. That's where we're going to go, guys. Our teams: finance, strategy, technology, engineering, global operations, people experience, legal and compliance, sales and marketing, how we hire. I love when companies do. They share the hiring process, which I've mentioned before earlier, to prepare the candidate during the process and increasing the chances of them being able to secure employment. All right. So we went through that. We're going to go back to the section I said was benefits. There we go. Learn more. Helping you thrive. Here are the benefits, guys. There we go. Take me off the screen. So Sandisk does a pretty good job of telling you the different areas. It's kind of vague, but they're at least telling you what they got and where it is and all that other good stuff. All right. Now put me back on the screen. Let's go down here to investor relations. And here we go. We're going to go right up here to where it says stock. I'm going to browse over this page real quick. All right. Our mission: inspiration and innovation in motion. Sandisk delivers innovative flash solutions and advanced memory technologies that meet people and businesses at the intersection of their aspirations and the moment, enabling them to keep moving and pushing possibility forward. And here are some stats about the company as well: news releases, latest presentations, and events. Quick links. Here's the stock information. We're actually going to click that and go there. They both take you to the same thing. So here's the stock quote. The stock chart might take a minute to load up. It's delayed. So they have other tools that investors can use on their website: historic price lookup, investment calculator, and analyst coverage. There is the chart that they offer on the website. So let's go to my research about the company. Here we go. So we go bam, bam. All right, cool. Now I got to read the prompt. So Sandisk Corporation, ticker symbol SNDK. When it comes to their goods and services, they manage flash memory solutions across the consumer, enterprise, and industrial markets, offering solutions such as: number one, complete removable storage options, including SD cards and USB drives for retail consumers. Number two, scalable solid state storage products, including internal SSDs, portable SSDs, and flash modules for device manufacturers. And number 3, optimized embedded flash systems tailored for mobile devices, automotive systems, and connected technology. Looking at their S&P 500 clients and partners, notable names include Apple Incorporated, ticker AAPL, Microsoft Corporation, ticker MSFT, and Dell Technologies Incorporated, ticker DELL. Let's go to the charts. All right. So we got that. Let's go here. Bam, bam. I said charts. There we go. We got that. Sponsor, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Charts. Guys, we got the technicals. So the cool thing is we're going to make this fast. Take me off the screen. Here we go. We are looking at this is a 10-year weekly chart. So let's go here. Let's start with the 1-year daily chart. So we got the 1-year daily chart. Confirm that by looking here. 1-year daily chart. Here is their 52-week low of $40.10. Here's their 52-week high of $2,354.39. Got it. Now we're going to take that off the screen, go back to the lower time frame. Guys, this is a 10-year weekly chart, but as you can see, they only have 2 years here. We're going back to 2025, and that's because Western Digital. Now, I was making a mistake, so let me clean this up. If you've been listening to me cover Seagate, I have been talking, not Seagate, Sandisk. I've been saying that they broke off from Seagate. Guys, that was wrong. They broke off from Western Digital. Western Digital and Sandisk used to be one investment, so they separated. So now you can invest in Western Digital, or you can invest in Sandisk, or both, or however you want to go about it. But now they have separate investments. Okay. That happened in early 2025. That's why this doesn't go back 10 years as far as like for Sandisk. Okay. So they have a 2-year low of $27.89. They have a 2-year high of that $2,354.39, which is also the 52-week high. Okay. And now we're back on the 1-year daily chart, and we are going to zoom in, put me back on the screen, and focus on where the price action is now, guys. I'm making them noise because I know some people is hate. And I know I'm saying it weird. Hate. Not hurt, but hurt. Hate. Pick however you want to say it. Whatever it means, it don't feel good is what I'm saying. Oh, it don't feel good. Oh gosh, guys, this technical analysis stuff is something special. Remember how I told you that previous gaps turn into support and resistance? That small gap right here between these 2 days. Bam, bam. I'm going to highlight this and extend it. Matter of fact, I'm just going to extend it over. Can you see it? Nope, you can't see it because I'm blocking it. So let me do that again. It was right here. I'm going to remove it and I'm going to draw it again. So I use the rectangle tool. I expanded the candles so it'll be easier to see that that was a small gap there. The closer it is, the harder it is for us to see it. So there's that gap. We're going to edit properties. I'm going to extend this over to December 1st. Now, this gap has actually been filled, so I'm just going to leave it gray. But look at where the price tested. The price came and tested that previous gap. We can see that clear as day right there. And I'll put the price level there. You already seen the gap, but that's the top of that price gap at $1,060. Okay. And the price is responding to the price levels we've put on this chart beautifully. Now, we didn't put the gap on there. We just identified that. So we missed that. But it did respond to this gap that we did see that we had put on there a while ago. These two gaps, the yellow one and the gray one. We turned the yellow one. This one is gray now because it's been filled recently, but that was yellow. So once they fill, we come back and we look at this. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. So let me explain to you what I'm seeing. So this candle right here, this is so much going on. Let me slow down because I'm excited and I need to explain why I'm excited before I leave y'all in the dust with my thoughts. Here is Monday's candle, right? So it found support right there on the chart that we had already identified, I think, weeks ago, because we've covered this company. That's what I meant to tell you guys, how many times we covered this company. I know I'm all over the place, but just bear with me. All right. So today is the 6th time that we've covered Sandisk this month. And 5 of those days, they've been the biggest loser. Okay. Not only that, every time they've lost at least they've lost about 12.6% each one of those days on average. All right. So we have been marking up the charts every time we've covered them. So recently, when they dropped down on Monday, it found support on that level we had identified weeks ago. We missed this gap we just added down here, but we did have this yellow one here. So it didn't come down and actually touch it, but it came close to it to like test it, recover, and came back to that area, right? But today it opened below that support. Okay, big deal. It opened below it, but no. Not only did it open below it, look how the high of today came to test the bottom of that gap. Look how close it came. You got to expand it really close to see how close it came to it. So today's high was $1,188. The low of that range was $1,189.24. It was within $2 of it. I'm rounding it off, it's giving an estimate, but it was within $2 of it. It's in the thousands. How do we have that close already marked out? Guys, crazy. That's crazy. All right. So it looked like it was in the middle of nowhere today because we missed that gap, that small gap over there. We missed it. But now that I saw it, because I'm like, why did it stop in the middle? And then I looked to the left, I'm like, it was a tiny gap there and we missed it. So that was that. So this is the other area we were seeing as support and resistance. So if it goes down any further, I'm looking for it to catch support at $1,008.88 or 1,000. That range right there between those two numbers. Now, remember, that's also close to a psychological level or a psychological number. My apologies. That's close to $1,000, guys. Okay. And something else that's happening right now as we speak, we know that Seagate had earnings today, which is also in the same industry and sector that Sandisk is in, right? Guys, they're going down. Like even right now as we talk, Sandisk is going down. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me remove that off the screen. Right up here, we can see the current bid ask for Sandisk. Now it's been moving since I've been talking, so I've been looking at it. I don't know if you've seen it, but right here, now it's trading in the teens. But earlier when I was talking to you and I looked up there, I could have sworn I seen it where it was at that price level we just was talking about, $1,008. Let me show you. Let me show you. So we go up here to look at that. Look at that, guys. In real time, this just happened. This is what I mean by technicals. This just happened. So we wouldn't have seen this. I already showed you earlier how to cut on the extended hours. We had $1,002.09 already on the charts, and that's where it reached in extended hours. You see where it found that support. Now it could go lower, but I'm saying it didn't already reach those levels in extended hours. Man, this stock just keep coming down. So they closed today at $1,096.10. And then extended hours, they came all the way down to $1,002.01, guys. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's go back to the daily. Yeah. We're going to need to put some more levels on here as far as like the downside to try to find possible support. That's crazy, man. And then we look at what, oh man, we don't have that gap there. That's a new gap. Let's hurry up and get through this because I done got so excited and I'm going crazy. So so that's what we had before that previous gap. I'm gonna remove that price level. So let's remove that price level. Here's what I mean. So this price level right here, I'm gonna remove it. remove that price level, and then I'm going to put the recent gap. So this is a gap right here we didn't identify recently. So let's put that there. Edit properties, make it yellow, extend it over. You know, December 1st, you already know what's coming. Man, I'm thirsty. All right, so price level, we put that on the top of the gap. There we go. The bottom of the gap is still near that previous level of a $1,089.24. The top of the most recent gap is $1,222.01, guys. Oh man, where is the 200-day simple moving average at? Yeah, so it's approaching that too. So the 200-day simple moving average is at $827.44. I have support here at $866.95. And then we were talking about potential support, which we just seen it testing at $1,002 and $1,008. And I'm rounding that off. And it's also near a psychological level of $1,000. Where is the 9 at on the 10-year weekly chart? Let's go back. Oh, yeah, we have it. It's nowhere near that right now. So the 9-week simple moving average is at $1,707.03. Okay. And these other boxes are for the lower time frame. I know I went over a lot of stuff, guys. I know I did. I know I went a little rampant today, but I'm excited. And it didn't hold, at least in extended hours. It's already below that 102, guys. Because now it's at 1,001. It's approaching that psychological level of $1,000. If Sandisk break $1,000, guys, I think it's gonna go down further. I think it's gonna go down a lot further because that's a psychological. If it breaks, I'm gonna just go ahead and say what I think. This is what I think. This isn't trade advice. I'm just thinking. If it does not hold $1,000, if it opens tomorrow below $1,000, I think it's gonna reach the 200-day simple moving average. I'm just gonna say it. Now I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I think it's going to be recent. Like right before earnings or right after earnings, it's going to test that 200-day simple moving average based on how it's moving right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so we got that. Now let's just go ahead and get the stock quote. Let's get it out the way. We did our technicals. We got the numbers for days. Knock yourself out. So let's go up here to the settings, cut on the floating data box, and let's talk about Sandisk again. All right, again. So here we go. Sandisk opened today at $1,173.60. They had a high of $1,188. They had a low of $1,050.72, and they closed today at $1,096.10, which is a trading range of $137.28. Now, when we look at the trading volume, guys, today they traded 26.6 million shares of this stock today. Is that a big deal? It's a little deal. We about to find out. So let's cut off the floating data box. Guys, it broke 1,000. Oh, apply. Now let's go over here to take me off the screen. Here's the average trading volume in a daily trading session for Sandisk. Guys, they trade 12.8 million shares in a daily trading session on average. Today they did 26.6, so they did a little bit more than double today. And on Monday, this candle right there, they traded 21.2 million shares that day. So not only were both of those days above average, we've seen an increase in volume from Monday to Tuesday with the further decline, including the gap to the downside, guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna show you on the extended hours one more time before we leave Sandisk, because I'm interested to see how far it actually came down, but it did break 1,000. So volume percentile. Out of the most recent 252 trading days, guys, today's volume was higher than 97.2% of those daily trading sessions volumes. To be exact, only 7 of those days had higher volume than today's volume. Okay. So now it's back over 1,000. You can see that right here, but we're going to go over to the 1 minute, the 5-day 1 minute chart to see how far it came. There it is, guys. Can you see that? It came down as low as $997.32. Now, let me tell you something about these levels of support and resistance. Guys, we're up against institutions. We're up against smart money. We're up against people that know what we're doing. So if we put these price levels on these charts, they can do this as well. They know how to read technical analysis books and had training and all of that. So if they want to trigger our stop losses, if you use stop losses, then they know to have the price go slightly below these price levels, because that's where people are going to put their stop losses at. Okay. But I don't think that this in particular is just that. I just wanted to give you that game. If this was a situation where I was confident that this was going to be support and actually hold, which I don't, then I would think that that was breaking that price level. And I know this is extended hours, so I mean like normal hours. So like in normal hours, when it breaks certain price levels of resistance and support, it could be hunting stops. It could be looking for, what do they call it? It's not volatility. Liquidity. They're looking for liquidity. It's a liquidity flush. So they know where traders are going to have their stop losses at. So it peaked just below where the support was supposed to hold and then possibly recover if that's what it's going to do. But I don't think this is what this is going to happen with Sandisk, guys. Me personally, I think it's going to go down and test that 200-day simple moving average, either right before earnings or right after. Okay, so we saw that. We talked about that. We went way too much in the Sandisk. Let's go back to the charts. I'm all over the place. Yeah. All right, we're going to the Market Watch tab. Now we're going to go to the quotes sub tab. Yes, and now we're going to change this to ascending order. Guys, we finally have a different company. So the biggest gainer for today is IQVIA Holdings Incorporated. Now, I struggle with this name because that's not something regular you can read. So I watched the YouTube video on the company and I kind of forgot how they pronounced it when I first tried it again, but they say IQ and then they just read the rest. So it's IQVIA Holdings. That's how you pronounce it. All right. So they gained 13.94% today. Their previous close was $213.22, and they closed today at $242.94. Guys, if you still tuning in, I appreciate you. Please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. We are, I want to say 700 views away from 100,000 views on the channel. And I think I'm like 12 videos away from 400 videos uploaded on this channel, guys. So we got some milestones coming up and you guys have been a part of it, and I appreciate you and your support from the bottom of my soul, not just my heart, the bottom of my soul. Appreciate you. Okay, so now let's do the hypothetical. Here we go. Hypothetical. So we're not going to the website yet. We're going to the calculator. All right, so here's the calculator. Let's clear that out. Can you see that? Yes, always on top. There we go. We were using $4,500. So if someone invested $4,500 and they gained that 13.94%, change that to a decimal, they would have gained $627.30. We add the investment capital back to it, which was $4,500. $4,500. Total investment would have grown to $5,127.30. Bada boom. Bada bing. Now we can go ahead and go over here to the Analyze tab. And under the Analyze tab, we can see that Sandisk is in the information technology sector. That's not the company we're covering right now, guys. Forgive me. I didn't select it. Here we go. IQVIA. So now we go to Analyze. That's what we're looking at. Guys, they're in the healthcare sector. My apologies and my correction. All right. They're in the healthcare sector. I just kept reading. I'm so used to going with the flow with this program. I'm just got it. So we're going to see how that sector performed, how the industry performed that IQVIA is inside of, and the sub industry that they're inside of. Okay, so let's go back over here to the Market Watch tab. Then we're going to go to the Visualize sub tab, and now we are looking for healthcare. Take me off the screen for a second. Healthcare, healthcare, healthcare. Guys, it's right here. I'm seeing a lot of green in this sector. Woo! Hey, hey, put me on the screen. Guys, that looked like money. That looked like money. Let's go to our notes. Let's go to our notes. Do you think that's a coincidence? Our notes say that the #1 gainer as far as sectors today was healthcare. So was it one company that benefited from that? I almost used profanity. Absolutely not. HE double hockey sticks. No, that is not what took place. It's one red. Yeah, it's one red. They lost point. It's one loser today. And they lost 0.27% today. Just one company. Centene Corp. Everybody else looks green to me. It look green. Crazy business. All right, now let's identify this company, IQVIA. So IQVIA, if they have a small market cap, guys, it's going to be hard to see that company, okay? If they have a small market cap. So I'm thinking they're in life sciences, tools, and services, and they're going to be hard to see. Then you have one over here. That's not it. If I'm missing it, guys, IQVIA. There it is right there. Clear as day. Let me back up. Was it that big the whole time? It's up here, right here. There it is. Got it. Okay, so we're inside the healthcare sector, and now we're going to life sciences, tools, and services industry right here. And there they go. There they are. IQVIA. And guys, the sub industry is exactly the same. You can see it over here. All right, so we got it. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go back to the Analyze tab. We talked about that. Now, before we visit their website, here's a link to their website. It's also down in the description for your convenience. IQVIA Holdings Incorporated. Let's read a little bit about the company, and then we're going to go to the website. So IQVIA Holdings Incorporated provides clinical research services, commercial insights, and healthcare intelligence to the life sciences and healthcare industries in the Americas, Europe, Africa, and the Asia Pacific. All right, so we're going to go to their website. We're going to put me back on the screen. Take that disclaimer down. We have their ticker up there, and we're using this camera, right? Yep. All right. So let's read over the top. We got about right here. So we got our story. Taking off the screen because I'm blocking some of it so you can see it. So we got our story, our impact. Do I see investor relations? Yep, investor relations is right here. They have it over here as well. So we know where to find that. That's going to be under about. Careers is right here. Benefits. Ooh, they made it easy, didn't they? All right. So we have investors. We got about. We found everything now. I got it. So put me back on the screen. Let's browse right here. Browse over the website, and then we can go to those different locations. And this is moving. So I'm going to have to back this up. Intelligence Accelerated. Join IQVIA Tech IQ 2026 in Boston, October 7th to October 8th, where life sciences and healthcare ecosystem leaders come together to shape clinical and commercial strategy through innovation, and where AI moves from promise to real impact. Okay, guys, this is a lot of reading, so I'm going to try to summarize this very quickly. Latest news: accelerating innovations to get you better results. Learn more. IQVIA Agentic AI is ready for you right now, guys. You can push play and read and watch that video if you want. It's 2 videos actually. Agentic AI boosts productivity, efficiency, and automation with IQVIA AI. Explore IQVIA's healthcare solutions. Harness the power to transform clinical development. Learn more. Products built for life sciences. Field force agent. Got it. Expertise where it counts. Ooh, here goes some stats about the company. Petabytes of property data. I ain't never heard of that. I don't even know what number is that. Petabytes. 1.2 billion non-identified patient records. Over 100,000 countries. This is a lot of stats. I'm just gonna browse through it, guys. You read it. percentage of global pharma sales tracked. Oh, IQVIA Institute, Insights Library, help drive healthcare forward. All right, got it. We want to make a difference for our patients. Okay, appreciate you. All right, down at the bottom, I don't see about us, so we're gonna go all the way back up to the top. Here we go, about. So what was the first thing in this list that they had? Our story. All right, so let's go to our story. There we go, guys. Their mission. Am I in this camera? I'm gangster leaning all about the shot. Our mission, accelerating innovation for a healthier world. Creating a healthier world starts with a passion for helping to get better results and improve patient outcomes. In everything we do, we are committed to driving innovation from efficiencies to breakthroughs. And then we can mouse through that to something else about us, explore more. Our purpose, creating a healthier world. We want to help make extraordinary things possible for patients. They talk about what we do. They have a video there, in pursuit of the extraordinary. To us, there's nothing more extraordinary than empowering smarter healthcare for everyone, everywhere. Got it. Our people, we are focused on driving healthcare forward, supported by 4 key principles: passion, innovation, collaboration, and growth. Continuing a proud heritage of innovation and discovery. Okay, intelligent connections to accelerate results. What makes IQVIA connected intelligence possible? Okay, they're giving a lot of stuff here. Explore more. Got it. Okay, so we got through that. Explore more. We're good, guys. Let's go to careers. And I believe they had talked about benefits. It looked like they zoomed us out. So let's zoom back in to 150. So we're good. Let's create a healthier world together. Got it. Our purpose, which we already read. I don't remember this one. Unleash your potential. It takes passion to make the extraordinary possible for patients, fueled by collaboration. Our culture of innovation enables us to explore new possibilities and bring powerful ideas to reality. Featured careers, so those are the different departments inside the company. Make an impact on patient health. IQVIA, invest in me. Culture, our company, belonging at IQVIA. Join our global talent network. Explore life at IQVIA. Recognition and awards. I didn't see anything about benefits. Now, I know we read that earlier. I remember reading it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the main. Let's go back to the main. And it was under. Let's go back to the home page. Bam. And it was under careers right here. Here it is, guys. Benefits. See, I remember. Go to benefits and see what they're talking about. Benefits and rewards for a happy, healthy you. Got it. Benefits and rewards. They have a video here. She looks happy, rewarding work at IQVIA. At IQVIA, we engage our company's greatest asset, our people, by enforcing a culture filled with opportunities to power smarter healthcare for everyone, everywhere. Got it. Community, flexibility, development, recognition, health and well-being, financial, community. Did I miss something? Health and well-being? Is that it? Oh, guys, it's very short. Or these are the different things that are the benefits. So you have financial benefits here, health and well-being, recognition. So I guess they're talking about awards that they give people, development. Okay, yeah, those are the different benefits. Okay, almost slipped right past me. All right, we got it. Benefits and rewards. Okay, so now let's go to investor relations so we can get to the charts, guys. We're almost done. Investor relations. Blow this up, zoom us in, because I think they zoomed us out. Here we go with the Cookie Monster. No thanks. Here are some stats, not stats. Here's some stock information here. Oh, look, they got candles there. Stock information. Yeah, it's right there at the top. All right, so let's browse over this page, and then we will come back to that at the top, okay? So corporate profile, accelerating innovation, IQVIA connected intelligence, creating a healthier world, accelerating innovation. IQVIA's connected intelligence brings together powerful capabilities. Here are some stats with that. Latest press releases, and we're at the bottom. No, we're not. Latest financial results, quarter 2026. Latest events, July 28th, June 3rd, May 13th. Feature presentation. I have a video here. Remember, links to the website are down in the description for your convenience for you to check this out on your own as well. All right, we have that. Now let's go to stock information, guys. Here's the stock quote. Yes. And here's the stock chart they have available, historical stock quote, investment calculator, and other tools for people to use on their website. All right. So what I want to do, let's go back to the other camera. I think it's cool now. So give me a second. Let's go here and I'll just talk to you for a second while I get this set up. All right. We got that. Put the microphone back. Let's switch over to here. Take the backup camera off. There we go. We good. We back in business. I got the fan on it so it shouldn't overheat again. At least not while we finish this show. At least not while we finish that one. Take the sponsorship down for a minute. I hope this phone is letting me know if somebody sends a sponsorship. We're good. All right. Now, let's go here. Let's talk about what I got in my research about the company. Biggest gainer. Yeah, IQVIA. IQVIA Holdings Incorporated, ticker IQV. When it comes to their goods and services, they manage clinical research, commercial insights, and healthcare analytics across the pharmaceutical, biotechnology, and medical device markets, offering solutions such as 1. Complete research and development solutions options, including clinical trial design and patient recruitment for biopharmaceutical developers. Number 2, scalable technology and analytics solutions, products including healthcare grade AI, real world data platforms, and commercial software for life sciences organizations. And number 3, optimized contract sales and medical solution systems tailored for outsourced sales teams, medical science liaison support, and post-market safety monitoring. Looking at their S&P 500 clients and partners, notable names include Pfizer Incorporated, ticker PFE, Eli Lilly and Company, ticker LLY, and Johnson & Johnson, ticker J&J. Now, let's go to the charts. Bam, bam, bam. Got it. Yep. All right, go to the charts. Let me get this other mouse. Yeah, I feel like a DJ. I got all this stuff in front of me. We on the wrong time frame. Let's fix it. All right. Ooh, look at that gap. All right, guys, we are on a 1-year daily chart for IQVIA, and we can see their 52-week low is $154.50. Their 52-week high happened today, guys, coming in at $247.72. All right, now let's take that off the screen and let's go down to a lower time frame, guys. Now we are looking at a 10-year weekly chart for IQVIA. Take me off the screen. And we do have 2016 here, so we do have a 10-year chart. Here is the 10-year low of $70.10, 10-year high of $285.61. And that was at the very end of 2021. Okay, put me back on the screen. Yeah. All right, guys, it looks like it's traded within a range for a while. And since the price action is up here, right up in here, what I'm going to do, we're going to start getting these price levels on the weekly chart, and then we'll work our way back down to the 1-year daily chart. From what I'm seeing, it looks like it found resistance based on the previous high it had at the beginning of the year. So that week is going to be January 5th. So the week of January 5th, it looks like that's where it found resistance at today. Not today, but today and this week. Okay. It looks like that's exactly where it found resistance at. And here it looks like a few weeks of consolidation. And then we remember, after consolidation, it's going to either break to the downside or the upside. And then we can see it broke to the upside. All right. So we see that it has some lows over here, but we're focused on where the price is now. So I would say that's a level of support right here. Where is it? There we go. Right up in here. If we look to the left, we can see highs, opens, lows, and closes responding to that price level. Looking back to the left historically, so it's $219.80. And as far as future resistance, we have resistance here. Yep, and here. So I'm gonna put those two on this chart on the higher time frame, guys, and then we're gonna go ahead and go to the lower time frame after I point out to you the 200-day simple moving average and not 200-day, 200-week simple moving average and the 9-week simple moving average. And what's interesting about this, guys, is that they're really close to one another. So if we look on the right-hand side of the screen, we can only see one bubble. We can only see the 9-week simple moving average. So to show you what I'm talking about, I'm going to space it out. There it is. So the 200-week simple moving average is the $204.25. The 9-week simple moving average is the $199.55. And remember, that's close to a psychological price level, which is $200. And of course, that's, there we go. All right. So that's what we have on the weekly chart. We did a couple of levels there. So let's go ahead and go down to the 1 year daily chart. Let's confirm that, guys, right here. 1 year daily chart. We got that. Okay, now we're going to look for support, resistance, and things of that nature over here. We already have our resistance because we used the weekly time frame to get that. So I'm happy with those levels of resistance. And we can see that we also have a psychological price level within there. So if you guessed it, guys, that's around $250. $250. No, $250, not $500. $250 between the $247.04 and the $252.88. So we could look at that like a resistance range, and that's where it found resistance at today. And then the next level of resistance, if it makes it past those two levels, would be $261.73. So we got 3 of those. Now let's find some support levels. So one of the levels we've identified is $219.80. Let me erase some of these. Let's go here. Bam. We'll take that off for right now. So the first thing, well, not first thing, because we've been working for a minute. I want to get this gap going. Let's identify that gap. And it's a few gaps that I'm seeing. 2. I'll be specific. I'm seeing 2. What are you doing? Come on, chart. Don't do me like this. Don't do me like this. Let me get it, guys. Here we go. There we go. All right. So this is what I'm seeing as far as the 2 gaps. Here's the first one, which happened between Monday and today. Yellow. I didn't even click the yellow. December 1st. You can tell it's near the end of the show. Yellow. Okay. Now we get the price level for the bottom of that gap and the top of that gap. Boom. All right. Now here's the other gap right here, guys. Bottom of the gap, top of the gap, edit properties, make it yellow. Talk my way through it so I can make sure that I do it. December 1st. Okay. And then since the price level is above that gap, I'm only going to put the price level on the top of the gap. So there's the top, $204.15. All right, guys. So we got a few levels of support. We have the top of the gap at $232.50. We have the historical price level from the 10-year weekly chart coming in at $219.80. We have the bottom of the gap at $213.48. And then below that, I'm going to say that this would be some potential support as well, which is the 9-day simple moving average. Here's our 200-day simple, 200-day simple moving average. And here's the top price level of the gap that happened between July 22nd and July 23rd. And then they had earnings today, guys. Now, when was it announced? Was it announced before market or after market? I'm assuming it was before market because of the way that it responded today, like they were responding to something. Yep, there was before market. It was announced at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And when the market opened, that volume came right in, guys, and it went nuts to the upside. Okay, so we got that. We did our technical analysis. We can take these boxes off. Now let's go ahead and get our stock quote Then we could talk about the volume. So IQVIA opened today at $235. They had a high of $247.72. They had a low of $232.50, and they closed today at $242.94, which was a trading range of $15.22. All right, now the trading volume, guys, they traded 5 million shares of this stock today. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure this camera's off. I did not cut that camera off. Okay, there we go. It's off. They traded 5 million shares of this stock today, okay? So now we need to figure out, is that a big deal? Is that a little deal? We're about to figure it out. So let's cut off the floating data box. Then we're going to take me off the screen, and let's go over here to the labels. The average trading volume for IQVIA in a daily trading session, guys, is 1.2 million shares. And they pulled in, or they did, 5 million shares traded today. So they did about 3 times, a little bit more than 3 times what they normally do on average just today. And then we saw an increase in volume on Monday. So Monday was above average. It's a green candle right here. Man, crazy, crazy. All right, now let's talk about the volume percentile. Put me back on the screen and let's break it down. So out of the most recent 252 trading days, guys, today's volume was higher than 99.2% of those trading days. So it's not often that they're trading over 5 million shares in a daily trading session. Not IQVIA. Okay, I haven't even heard of this company. So out of the most recent 252 trading days, only 2 of those days had higher volume than today, guys. And guess what? We done. We are done. So let's go ahead and go here. Bam, bam. We take that down, put up the like. Yes, we're going to go ahead and wrap this show up, guys. I appreciate you so much. Woo, here we go. You already know. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you earned something. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. This Sunday, August 2nd at 9 p.m. Eastern time, we're reviewing this week's biggest gainers and losers, market sentiment, market volatility, S&P 500 sector performance, and creating a watch list for upcoming earnings. And make sure you keep tuning in weekdays following a market trading session at 11 p.m. Eastern time. Take care and God bless.